it's an invasion. I think it's an invasion. Man, they not for around here. I think it's an invasion. Greetings, Earthlings. This is my introduction. They say greatness doesn't come overnight, so I'm not.
Cheers to those who wish us well, and those that don't can go to hell.
That motherfucker crazy. That motherfucker nutty too crazy. That bitch just y'all let me out.
Hello, y'all. I'm Red Velvet. I'm Phoenix.
I'm V12.
My name is D.
Unbreakable.
I am Black Magic.
I'm Socks. I'm a femme biker, and these are my tails.
They say this is a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a femtail.
Memphis, Tennessee. Man, I came, I fellowshipped, and I rode naked.
Motorcycle Entertainment Television, the #1 streaming service for motorcycle entertainment lifestyle. Join Doc Honeycutt for beauties and bikers. Let Motorcycle Entertainment take you to church with Pastor E and the Queen City Biker Church. Catch Big Sale as he takes you across the West Coast. Sit down with legendary bikers like Gorilla Blue, Big Punchy, Miss Showtime, and Doc J. When Dixie herself takes you into some of the best biker-friendly restaurants and biker events with rides to eat and Dixie tours. Roll with the true icons in their mini-series on the streets of Myrtle Beach. Film Tales, V12, Phoenix, Cali Girl D, Socks, Red Velvet, Unbreakable, and Black Magic. 8 female bikers share what it's like to be a female in a male-dominated arena. MET After Dark, premiering the hottest motorcycle music videos on the set. Motorcycle Entertainment Television, streamable on Roku and Amazon Fire TV for just $5.99 monthly. Sign up at Motorcycle Entertainment Television.
And we live, baby. Welcome to the mothership, bitches. Welcome back to the WhoDat podcast, the livest podcast this side of the Mississippi and the Nile River. How you doing, nigga? You ain't died. You made it another week. Good to see you. As always, I'm the first mate, nigga. I'm B. We got the captain, Paco.
What's up? Wait a minute. Wait.
I'd like to welcome all you ignorant ass bitches, critics, complainers, disgruntled rappers, and racists especially.
Hey, there it is. There it is.
and we have the beautiful and esteemed Miss Jamie. How you doing?
Good. You know, I got to be virtual again. We're not making a habit of this either. I'm gonna do better.
It's okay though. We have the equipment up on the mothership to make all things possible.
Yeah.
So don't worry. We have all the equipment up here. But how you doing this week? How you been? We didn't do a show last week. We didn't do a show last week.
I've been in these streets. What you been doing?
With your hair looking like that? You been in these streets? We gotta keep Jamie out the streets. Guys,
can we start the GoFundMe to keep Jamie out the streets?
We gotta keep Jamie out these streets.
Somebody gotta help. I need a car. You feel me? I need a
keep me out these streets and give me a car.
Help me, nigga, please. Like,
for real. What you been up to? What you been doing?
So my most recent, I went to this thing called Big Girls Talk. And it was at a church, right? So I'm thinking we're going to be a little discreet, you know, little poised, but it was not that. Like,
what was it?
Like, they got to ask questions anonymously, like on paper, and then somebody read it out and we had to answer, you know, our advice to that question. So like 150-year-old lady was like, you know, I don't get wet for my husband no more.
They were wide open in church.
Wide open in the church. I was like, oh, this is really happening here. This is what we go
keep this marriage up in church.
Yeah.
God, y'all.
Yeah. So
what? How did y'all answer that in church? How was that question answered?
I kept it real. I was like, I mean, I don't know how I would feel to be 50 years old and not able to get wet. But she did say she was stressed. So I'm going to assume that maybe she's thinking about all of the bills and stuff like that. She just can't get wet. His problem was that she told the homegirl, And the homegirl was like, well, let's go get some lube. But he didn't want nobody in his business. So now he turned off. He don't want none. He don't want no dry pussy. He don't want no lubed up.
He don't want no lube either?
He don't want nothing.
Shit,
no more.
Lube. I lube that thing. I'm trying to tell you. Jay, so swell.
At the end of the thing, I said a prayer. I said, dear God, if I ever get married and we hit 50 and I can't get none, we got a whole problem. Like, I don't even want to do the marriage thing. Like, that don't make sense to me.
At 50, I might be tired.
No,
you never know.
But he not tired though. But you've been doing that for a minute. That's what happens. See, you started too young. Okay, you're supposed to confirm yourself and then get it at the back end. Now you just try not to get it in at all.
Man, I'm a whole vet out here. At 30, I need to stop. I'm all fucked out.
Yeah.
And I done tried every kind, old, new.
I haven't tried older. I haven't tried older. Because I'd be worried I'm gonna hurt them. I don't want to do that. My conscience be involved. Because older women act like they didn't, you know what I'm saying? But
I've done some old.
Man, I'm a different breed. Fuck old.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know about the old. But it was interesting to say the least, you know, and I think we got some answers out there that the old people was like, if I would have known this, I'd probably still be married. And I was like, ain't nobody on this panel married. Don't listen to us.
Didn't even know that was a thing.
We don't know what we doing.
My young nipple snappers is what? No tonsils? What does that mean?
What is a tip drill?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good weekend.
What you talking about? They stood up on the toes. I didn't know. I thought it had to be flat-footed the whole time. Come here, Gerald. Let me stand on the toes.
On the toes?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, that was not okay.
Wow.
So what y'all do? What you been doing?
What's your week?
My week, just busy, you know, producing these shows and you know, serving the community with this video shit. That's what I've been busy with, man. You know, that's life. Life right now. Film is life.
But business is going good.
Business is good. It's
business
real good.
Is beautiful.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
My man's long.
What about you?
Yeah.
Everybody got a hustle. I did a camping trip with my church. Shout out to Set Apart Kingdom Ministries.
Tell us about that.
We went camping for the Feast of Tabernacles. It's a holy feast day. It's one of the most holy days in the Bible. And we celebrated together. We went out camping. We met some other people that were celebrating. Also, the brown and black people out there. It was really cool, and it wasn't planned. It was just we just went camping, and they switched it up this year and went to a spot we had never gone to, and then we met some people we had never met that was out there on the same thing. So that was really good. I had a spiritual reset. I would say like a good spiritual detoxification. You know what I mean? I have been repenting and fasting and everything for the week leading up to it and all that. So it was real cool. I was just chilling, like just had some good moments. We played flag football and like capture the flag and volleyball and all that stuff. So it was really straight. It was nice. It was nice. And then I look and as I'm celebrating, you know what I'm saying, the beautifulness of knowing who you are and, you know, getting back in touch with your roots and everything. As I came back into the world and came back to see like what was going on in the world, there was another person that had found out who they were, and they weren't. And he hasn't gotten to the beautifulness part of it yet.
He's not in the industry to make it beautiful, though. That's the problem. You know, he can't embrace that the way that he would want to.
Like Kanye. I want to say publicly that we need to. I don't think there's a way we can protect Kanye at all costs, but we need to pray for Kanye at all costs. Because I understand and I can like disseminate and break down everything he's saying. Like everything he's saying, if you're in the truth, if you're in part of that that community, that spiritual walk of people, then it's regular, you know what I'm saying, revelations that he's given on stuff that we just like. I did a Bible study, like it was we always take turns doing Bible study, and mine, I actually spoke on what he's been like going off about, like what he's been getting in trouble about. Like I just spoke on it, like we just broke it down, like in the Bible, like where people start,
it all comes from,
like we're bloodlines, you know.
Mm-hmm.
At it and everything. I'm just like,
you just went mute.
Can you hear us?
I can't hear you.
Talk about Kanye.
Talk
about Kanye. Damn.
Mic is not working. What?
Oh, fucking Zuckerberg.
There you go. I can hear you now.
Hold on. Where we
What
at?
just happened? You were like mid-sentence.
I don't know what happened here. Let me see.
I know what happened. You was talking too much.
Oh, we still, you can hear us now still?
I can hear you guys
You
now.
got it? Okay, we good?
Mm-hmm. I just leaned my ass back. But I get it, but like he's going off. He's going off. He's saying shit ain't nobody ever said in detail. Like he's saying shit that other people have alluded to, but he's going in detail and then further adding stuff to it that no one has ever said. And he's saying it from a perspective of someone who deals with contracts, who deals with managers, who deals with lawyers, who deals with, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just a perspective like myself or other people that might be, you know, on this type of knowledge and everything. Like we're saying it as a perspective of like what we've noticed in the world. You know what I mean? But he's saying it from a perspective of someone who has been one of the shifters and the makers of what this world, you know what I'm saying, is like that type of shit. So when he's saying it's like I just hope they don't kill that nigga, man.
I don't think they're going to. I just don't see it. But like I said, if they don't, then we know that this is a part of the plan, right?
Well, I mean, Farrakhan ain't died.
Farrakhan got a whole nation behind him, though. Yeezy, TMZ can still get the Yeezy.
Right.
I mean, he was eating food at a soul food restaurant. Somebody could poison him because he being reckless with his.
You know what? I think that's why he's eating at restaurants, though. If you're not expecting him to walk in and order food,
how can you know?
So you don't have time to prep, right?
Right.
I think he I really think he's out here. Like in the interview, he said, "I've already lost everything. I lost my friends. I lost my family. That, and like that documentary on Netflix. He said he didn't sign off on that.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
What you mean he didn't sign off on that? It was good too, though.
Well,
but
I mean, technically, the dude that shot it owns all the rights.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. He said I didn't sign off on it. He said they'll just find your friend, like because he said in the third part of that documentary, it was something. It was like something was said on camera that. No, he was like when the dude that shoot it, you know, a part of the documentary was him talking. Like when he said sometimes you just gotta shut the cameras off on Ye.
Yeah.
He was like he ain't never had that energy around me. He like sometimes they'll just get people around you and give them $30 million. So now they can at least be in control of the narrative.
Right.
And he was just like breaking all that down. He was like the Gap deal. What the Gap deal was Fortune 500 companies giving a sign that they have influence in impoverished areas and underdeveloped areas. It's like by aligning yourself with me, that is showing you have influence, that you're connected, you're being tapped in. And he was just like talking about like how I'm not gonna be a pawn and all that, and you can't speak on things to that magnitude without like. I hope they don't kill my nigga, dog.
Triggering folks, like that's what you're doing because you're the exposure.
It's crazy.
You know, like I told you, I was all the phone calls that I had got. You know what I'm saying? It's like the
Did y'all get any phone calls about the Masons? I'm sorry to cut you off. Did you get any phone calls about the Secret Societies episode?
No, I mean, well, I had gotten phone calls before that. Like I had gotten the phone calls before that episode.
I got a phone call about the Secret Society.
I bet you did. I got messages. They messaged me a little bit, but
Did they really?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, but nothing
For real?
threatening. Nothing
Yeah,
threatening.
mine was.
No, it's no. They're threatened. Their threats are not threats. It's kind of like, hey,
You see,
you know, inquisitive.
Yeah.
Like, how much do you actually know?
See, and my response, I gotta get more like Pac. I gotta get more like Paco because he's a very diplomatic-minded person. Like his mind is just set up to where it's like that. My mind is set up to where I'm a very rambunctious person. So like, well, how much do you know? I know it all, nigga. What's up?
Now what? What you gonna do? Pull up? No, you don't want them to pull up.
Don't want that smoke.
You don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
Like,
I see why y'all didn't tell me. Y'all didn't tell me that you got hit up. I wasn't gonna get hit up.
They hit me up before the live was over with. Me and they head niggas share the same name, so of course they hit me up. You know,
Like, hey, bruh, who is this person and why is this on here display?
No, but they was just like, you know, you should watch this, and you should read this, and you should do that. And I'm like, bro, I don't have time to do nothing. I can't read the shit I want to read. I can't, you know what I'm saying? So
Y'all could have just answered the question since y'all were in the comments. You feel me? But they really can't answer the question.
right, well, you know.
I'm just saying, like, they could have answered the questions in the comments because we was asking questions, right? Like, we were being inquisitive.
We was.
Right.
Mine was very. I like the fact that most people know I'm throwed off. Like I'm eccentric. So what you get from me, I can truly be myself, like unabashedly, and the people that, if you approach me about something, then you know me. So
right,
I can just be myself. I can just be like, yeah, nah, nigga, I know. Cause like mine, like when I mentioned Albert Pike about the Freemason Bible and that, you know, he says in the Bible that in the Freemason Bible that God is Lucifer and everything. So like, like they're like, you know, are you sure about that? Like, yo, Albert Pike is in the Bible, like that type of thing. And my response was kind of like I know what I know, and you know what I mean.
You can't infer that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But
I get
if
it.
anybody
I
else
just
would
thought
like
that
to
was.
talk to me, though, I would love. Like, can we? If you want to come on the show, I would love to have.
Don't hit me up. Don't hit me up. Don't hit me up.
Hit me up. Hit me up. My inbox is open.
Yeah.
My shit is so
Don't
open.
hit me up.
You can get your shit off with me. You can get your shit off.
We don't got nothing to talk about.
Hit me
Fix
up.
the problem.
Get your shit off.
You the problem.
Get
Fix
that
it.
smoke out your chest. You can definitely hit me up. You can definitely hit me up.
Wow. Oh my God! So what are we gonna do about Kanye, you guys? Like, what is the verdict? Like, we keep owning him and then rebuking him and then owning him back, and then he does something that's not black, and then we like. So what are we gonna do? Because you know Kanye has about 4 or 5 personalities, so we gonna have to understand either we're gonna accept all of Kanye for Kanye and who he is, or we just gonna have to say, you know what, bro, we just don't want none of you.
Man, I'm with him. I'm accepting Ye, like from here on out. I don't care how crazy he come across. Like I see where his real mind is. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of how bad he vocalizes shit and how like fucked up his interpretation is, I was saying that I hope he gets with somebody who can disseminate what he's saying and break it down, and then he can be able to express himself in a better way. You know what I mean?
He seems double-minded. I feel like he's
the bipolar Gemini. Like he's got 4 people inside of him. So like, as somebody who, you know what I mean, deals with someone closely in my life who does, you know, have a mental thing and is Gemini, I do understand, like from personal experience, how you have to understand the essence of somebody and then understand, okay, this is how you're just expressing it today. Okay.
Today.
Like, yeah.
Right. So then when we meet the second person, what do you think?
For me, see, delivery is everything to me in the entertainment world and in politics too. when your delivery is fucked up, your message is missed every time.
You
know, and I feel like that. I even feel like that for like Donald Trump. Donald Trump had terrible delivery on shit.
But great messages though.
Oh, sometimes
he kept it 100. He kept it honest. He was like, I didn't know about the fake stimulation, the live stimulation when it came to COVID. How come did nobody tell me?
So like, you know, you got to work on your delivery, and that's why you hire PR people and shit like that, you know. And I know, you know, he's bucking a system that he doesn't, you know, believe in or doesn't trust in. But if your message is, you know, what is your message if it's not getting delivered properly, you know? So
right.
He said in the Drink Champs, shout out to Drink Champs. I'm a big fan of Nori and Capone, CNN. You know what I mean? I don't know if the hip hop heads, you know, if y'all really just own it, but goddamn, I'm a CNN nigga, like old school nigga. But he said on the interview though that when he made that tweet about Jewish people, that was him going to his Trump level of not being able to deliver correctly, but being just so impassioned that you gotta say something. And so it came out wrong. He even said, he's like, I spelled DEFCON wrong. He's like, sometimes I do that. He was like, I spelled it wrong. It was supposed to be an M and it was an N. You know what I mean? He's like, but he said, he was like, that was me going Trump. He's like, it came out wrong, but it was so much bottled up. I had to put something out. I had to say something. He was like, but it just came out wrong. He's like, that was me on my Trump shit. And it was like, okay, that's still not a good thing. Like, that's not the excuse. That doesn't make it excusable. You know what I'm saying? But just to go to what you were just saying, bro, like, you're like, that was the problem with Trump. Even they just identified that, like, yo, where I messed up is the same way that nigga messed up, and I relate to it because, you know what I'm saying?
We got some comments.
That type of shit.
We got some comments.
What's the comment say?
But when you know the essence, you can interpret. I don't think some people fit into the same boxes. You know, we got a lot of agree. Dustin Rizzo, thanks for watching. Royce is on here. Thank you. He said delivery.
Oh, hey.
So, yeah.
Delivery. But in this Drink Champs episode, I feel like he got with somebody who was able to talk to him, and in the way that they spoke, informed him on how he should deliver.
Okay, so pull up a clip. We got a clip, y'all. Like, let's see. Let's analyze this situation. Let's do this.
Dropping bombs despite the hate. Kanye West compares Planned Parenthood to Holocaust Museum.
That one.
Oh, let's go. Let's click on that.
The White Lives Matter. The White Lives Matter tee don't say nothing. It don't say DEF CON or nothing on it, right? Yo. The White Lives Matter.
All right. Here we go. Okay, good.
Don't say nothing. It don't say DEF CON or nothing on it, right? I'm like, put it out. And he's telling me, like, yo, I want you to visit the Holocaust Museum. And I was like, yo, I want you to visit Planned Parenthood. That's our Holocaust Museum. I want you to visit Planned Parenthood. That's our Holocaust Museum.
Whoa. Whoa. I'll be honest. I forgot he said that part, but I do remember him saying that part. But whoa.
I mean, the delivery to me was very passionate and real. Like, I understood that. Like, it is our Holocaust. Remember, I got semi-canceled for saying close your legs. So, I mean,
that dude, but he said somebody is blocking him putting out his product because of what he said, and they want him to go visit a Holocaust museum just so they feel comfortable enough to put out his product. And he said, go visit a Planned Parenthood. That's our museum.
Wow.
I mean, so do you think the delivery could have been different? Like,
well, maybe a slight breakdown. Because here's the thing: we throw out, and we've been guilty of it on this show. You know, we throw out this stuff, and we might throw out some information. There's a 10-second little bit of information, but if you haven't already been educated on that, you're gonna miss the whole point.
I'll break it down.
All right, let's go.
I'll break it down.
Break it down.
All right, the reason why he said that it's a Holocaust museum is because Margaret Sanger, who was a known eugenicist, eugenics means that you want to control the genetic population of another people. And Margaret Sanger was a very known eugenicist. Actually, her and the American Society for Eugenics went over to Germany and showed Hitler how to control populations before he conducted the Holocaust. But then they came back over here and they changed the name from eugenics because Hitler started doing what they taught him to do, and the name became very bad. So they changed the name from American Eugenics Society to Planned Parenthood because it has a positive connotation. Planned Parenthood since the 70s has killed 50% of the African American population before it was
How many, say it again, say the percentage again.
50%. So that means we're at 40 million people that are living, breathing, whether they're locked up or not, and we would be at 80 million. But because of Planned Parenthood and abortion rights and everything like that, there's been a 50% cut in our population before they even have a chance to be alive. So when
that would actually make us the dominant race then, if
we had 80 million people in the country. Yeah, definitely. But why he says it's a Holocaust museum is because the Holocaust at the best known estimated numbers is 6 million, and since the 70s, 72, that's how many years is that? 80, 90, 40 years. In 40 years, that's 40 million. So every 10 years, there's 10 million people that have been killed.
So we really do be fruitful and multiply, don't we? Like, we really do make the babies.
For real. I got this shirt. I've never said this. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to say it.
You're not going to say it?
No, because I still want to say it.
What does the shirt say?
It says reproduce responsibly.
Perfect. Oh,
okay. So if you take what's on that shirt and you put it to the conversation we just had, you'll see why I came up with the shirt.
Okay, so let's jump back to Kanye. What other areas did he touch on?
Bro, he touched on so much to where like I'm scared they gonna kill my nigga. Like, bro, he was talking about J.P. Morgan Chase, how he put $140 million in the bank, and putting White Lives Matter on the shirt ain't breaking no crime.
What you say, bitch?
it ain't. So for them to cut off all ties with Yeezy after he put $140 million in their possession, you know what I'm saying? He like, they treat me like this, then imagine how they treating y'all. He's like, if I can't even put White Lives Matter on a shirt to make this Jewish bank stop rocking with me, then imagine how easily they can cut everybody else off.
Oh yeah,
it was just like, damn.
And that goes back to my rule of follow the money. Y'all follow, and that statement, follow the money. That statement says a lot towards what I say when I say follow the money. You know,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
If you don't know where the money trail is going, then you're not gonna know what's going on, because that's just how this society works. Yeah. So I agree with you.
But Nori made a good point though. There's murderers with Chase accounts. There's killers with Chase accounts.
Yeah.
So how is it that somebody can? I make T-shirts. I have a press at my house. So how is it that you can just press them on a shirt and now that is without it being a crime, without any of that, without any hate rhetoric behind it, just 3 words on the back of a shirt can make them be like, yeah, your $150 million account is done for. Like that's a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah,
it says a lot. Because he said he said in there, he was like, the tweet that I put up, I didn't even explain. He said, I'm sleepy, so when I wake up, I'm going to go in on the Jewish people. I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people. And they're like, well, what does that mean? He was like, well, DEFCON 3 means defense. They're like, when they go DEFCON 3 against Iran, you're preparing to defend yourself. They're like, so I didn't even get specific. All I said was, I'm sleepy. When I wake up, I'm going to go DEFCON 3. And you can't call me anti-Semitic because I'm black. He's like, that's all it took. He said, I didn't even have to actually explain anything. He's like, the point that I was gonna make was already proven in the tweet that I gave before I made the point.
Could Kanye be malfunctioning? Like, we know that he probably done went through some, what do you call that? What is that called?
Trauma.
Not trauma, but like, he went to the mental health.
Some
but he got like, what is it called?
PTSD?
No, when they get programmed, what is it?
Oh,
COINTELPRO, Manchurian Candidate.
It's not COINTELPRO. It's the other, like
when they get
there's a name for it.
Like Born Identity type shit.
Yeah, you know, like when they got split
MK Ultra?
personality.
MK Ultra.
Yes, so maybe could he not just be malfunctioning right now?
Shout out to the believers.
Yes, all the believers out there. Thank you.
Why? What do they say? I can't see nobody's comments.
What? You don't got a phone?
You
got a phone?
You gotta go to the WhoDat page.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the phone now.
Yeah, make sure you turn.
What are they saying? What am I missing?
Okay, I'm ready for a different bank to pop up and say, "Hey, Kanye and all his fans, come bank here because I need to switch."
Yes, come on. Where are the black banks? He just said he
We don't
put
even gotta be black
$150
banks.
million in Chase. If I was the black banks like Citizens in Nashville, I would have slid in. Nigga, you could put 100 right here.
The question isn't
stop nothing.
Wait. Look, the question is, why didn't he put it in a black bank? I'm sure he could have put Killer Mike on the phone and he told him right where to put that money.
Yeah, but he
didn't.
Exactly.
But he didn't.
That's what they know. Because and that's why, please, I hope they don't kill my nigga. He talked about managers, he talked about executives, he talked about the handlers, and he talked about how agents are all Jewish. And like he just went into that. So maybe he was trying to say that, but not trying to say, he said that the black voice and the steps of black people have been and have to be in Jewish control when it comes to the Jewish media and agenda.
Here's the thing. The thing I don't buy with all that shit is we have the internet right now.
Yeah.
If I took this money right here and wanted to put it in a black bank, not even being Kanye West, if I wanted to get away from all Jewish whatever, I can sit in Google for just a few minutes and put a plan together. You gonna tell me Yeezy can't do that? If I wanted a black manager, so these, to me...
Well, he had one.
Okay.
He had one. She died.
Okay, but
So-
still,
What
but
happened
still,
was
you can't blame the universe for her dying.
I'm just saying. I just don't want you to feel like he never tried it. That's all.
Say something while I'm talking.
These are decisions Kanye has made as an adult. Also, he has made these decisions to do business with these people, and all he's doing is reporting back from his experiences. You know,
I think so that's why I feel like this is a plan. Like, I just don't feel like we need to protect Kanye. I think that Kanye is doing what he's supposed to be doing right now because it causes a sense of confusion. Like, it does, because you're like, oh yeah, he had the White Lives Matter shirt on, boom. Now he's talking about we the children of Israel, boom. Well, wait a minute, what is going on with this nigga? Like, what is it? And so if you cause a level of confusion and people don't know what to believe, right? He's still being used.
But I get the White Lives Matter. Like, first off, because we haven't been on here to talk about even the White Lives Matter. That was not impressive.
Let's go.
I was
Let's
not
go.
impressed by that. It was
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
very
about it.
bland. It was very bland. The front of the shirt has so much more thought and creativity put into it than the back of the shirt. The back of the shirt is what is more known, but the front of the shirt is what the fucking thought process was. You know what I mean? Like, White Lives Matter is just so obvious. Oh, you flipped it, it's a different color, and they laugh. Like, it's just.
I think Kanye just wants attention.
I don't think it's that. I think that if you really take what he's saying and combine it with the other stuff he's saying, he's saying that he realizes that we are a unique people that are the tribes of Israel, and that's
true,
and that means something. But also, as a Christian, you are supposed to love and treat all your neighbors and your brothers the same way. So now,
okay, that's fine.
So now, with Black Lives Matter, he's looking at it as, and he said it on the first Drink Champs episode when he was dressed in all black, that he felt like with Black Lives Matter is being so specific to try to alienate, to try to cause division, like Black Lives Matter. So now it could be black versus, like how those hoodies used to say Detroit versus everybody.
Right.
He was saying how he thought Black Lives Matter was setting it up like that, like it's black versus everybody, when that's not what it needs to be on. And he was
Okay.
realizing like, oh, these nations, well, these tribes of Israel are different peoples. Like when I went to the camp this weekend, there was black, brown, and white people out there celebrating the same thing. Everybody wearing tassels and fringes and stuff. And I had a moment just in my own self of just like, I gotta get out of, yeah, I know who I am and where I come from, and then start disregarding other people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's other people you gotta take account of, and then especially if you're a Christian or you believe in the Messiah, you have to love everyone, even the sinners, the least of you. Like Jeffrey Dahmer, you still gotta have some love for.
Right, because I mean, he could have got saved. Like after all that he did, like really, he could have got saved in real life. So
For
we
real.
can't.
Like, no, you don't come to knowledge of who you are like that, and then
Okay,
stand on the.
you know what? Let's talk
about.
about Jeff. You want to talk about Jeff?
We can talk about Jeff.
We're talking about Jeff. Sorry.
Like we know
Hit the
him.
let's
Hey,
go.
let's talk about Jeff. You know, Jeff was a good friend of mine. Went to jail with Jeff.
Jeff.
The most interesting part about Jeffrey Dahmer is not the Netflix. The most interesting part is that Life Jennings was in a cell next to this nigga, and Jeffrey Dahmer asked him to sing "Mint Condition." Like that was the interesting part to me. That was the interesting part. Life Jennings was in a cell next to Jeffrey Dahmer before they extradited this nigga, and Life Jennings, already being a singer, would be out, cleaning the tier, singing, and Jeffrey Dahmer would request songs and beat on the walls and make a beat so he could sing Mint Condition.
Wow.
So when they say like Jeffrey Dahmer's racist and shit like that, like when you hear a story like that, like no, he really liked black people. He really like identified more with black culture. He liked the music, he liked the food, and he liked the people. So that just was the people that he went to do all these sadistic things. When I heard the Life Jennings story that he told on his live, it gave me different perspective. Like, oh, so he's already arrested. He's already going down.
Right.
And
he's still, hey, you sing? Can you sing Mint Condition?
Out of all the songs,
like, it's no chance he's gonna be able to eat this dude. He wasn't trying to finesse him to become friends and drug him. And this is genuinely, I'm locked up and I know I'm not getting out. This is the songs on my heart. Can you sing Mint Condition? Wow. And that's when I realized, like, oh, he really might have just liked us. He might have fucking liked us. Still, fuck that nigga. But it did make me feel like, oh, this is a dude that intentionally moved to a black neighborhood with racist. I don't feel like him and Dylan Roof going into a church killing 9 people was the same intention level. I feel like Jeffrey Dahmer was a sadistic, fucked up, evil person who had preferences based on just what he liked.
So black people were a fetish. It was a fetish.
Yes,
like
yes, the whole culture, the music, the food, the people, the atmosphere, like all.
And
that.
he knew that when he embodied a black person, he felt stronger. Like so, because we have a different DNA, right? Like, so he was thinking that he was becoming. That is okay. Ew.
It's a whole different perspective. Because they say like, well, he had genitals frozen in the freezer and everything. What color were they?
He had dick pops. He had dick pops. He's like, man, I went to Kroger, right? And they didn't have any more of them fudge pops.
Why did
right?
you ask
They didn't have no more fudge pops.
So I had to go get my own,
I made a blow pop and a fudge pop together.
Right. Oh. 2 a.m. watching Netflix. Baby.
You suck your fingers. Y'all are gross.
They don't even make them like this at Kroger.
They come already seasoned.
Motherfucker tastes like poverty and oppression.
This is terrible. Like, this conversation is awful. Like, I just cannot. Okay, I'm done talking about Jeff.
Put that shit on
because
sriracha on that. No, it wasn't no sriracha back then. I mean, I'm sure it was, but it wasn't big like it was.
You said, what color were they? You start licking your fingers.
Yeah,
like,
frozen glizzies.
Frozen glizzies.
Glizzy at 2 a.m. Baby, what?
But yo,
So yeah, there's that.
I feel like that's more of like what he was still a fucked up ass person. And Boosie, shout out to Boosie. He made a very good point that Netflix should give the proceeds from this film to the families.
The families.
I love that.
That is a great idea.
I think that's something that we need to implement as a culture of, like, you know, because comments and shares really affect things nowadays, especially when it comes to these companies. If that's something that we just implemented across the board, if you do something about Ted Bundy, if you do something about John Wayne Gacy, if you do something about Jeffrey Dahmer, if you do something about like any of these people, the late night stalker, the Zodiac killer, whatever, you should give those proceeds to the victims' families, because those victims are the only reason why that person is in a light that you want to shine on them.
Right.
Like, so you should give those proceeds to the victims' families, because now you're bringing up memories again. You're bringing up trauma again. You're bringing up pain and grief. You're bringing up people that may not have reconciled with it yet. Now
you want to be morally correct, and you was talking about what color was it in the freezer. Like,
because he wanted some black frozen dick. He felt like if he got some black dick, then he goddamn the same thing Becky's be. If I get some black dick in me, then I'm more black myself.
Are we going left with this conversation?
Look, the same
like
shit
now,
that the Beckys be thinking.
just...
If I get more dick in me, now I can say nigga. He felt like if I get more dick and eat it, now I am a nigga. Like, that's what he was on.
I am just.
It's the same thing. If that dude could have got a goddamn bob with highlights in it, he would have.
Wow. You think so?
You just took that like to a whole.
If he was born in today's age, he would have just transitioned to a female, got him a black boyfriend, and been fine. But because he was in the fucked up 90s, he couldn't be himself.
Was it
so
that was the 90s?
It was the 80s?
Yeah,
even worse. Just because he was in the fucking 80s, he couldn't be his true self, so he had to eat people so he could feel okay. But if he was in 2022, he could walk outside with his weird ass and just transition to a woman that wanted some black dick and been fine. He would have been fine. He just wanted to come out and say he wanted some dick so he could feel more.
This just went so left, like completely, you know. And
I'm trying to tell you, like,
sorry.
look at it. Think about the mentality of a fetish.
I'm sorry.
But think about it. What is the mentality of a fetish? Have y'all seen the Dahmer? Have y'all seen it? Oh, he was just alone. What did he always want motherfuckers to do?
The comments are a little ratchet too.
They said it was in the 90s. The club was playing I'll Be Sure.
Nigga, stop correcting me, nigga. Shit. So,
I seen it.
All he wanted was motherfuckers to sit down next to him and watch movies. He was a lonely ass in the closet gay dude that liked black people, but knew he was too fucking weird and had no goddamn rhythm. That's the only problem. If he had TikTok and could wear a dress, he would have been in a whole different lane. That's all.
Wow.
I think did you watch it? You watched it, didn't you?
I watched the first episode. That's what I got from it.
There's episodes to the situation?
It's 10 episodes.
Oh, there's a whole show based around it.
It's 10 episodes.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't watched it at all.
You need to.
I watched the first episode and was like, okay, I don't need to see any more. But from what I got, he's a lonely nigga that...
Was he a nigga?
No, he's a lonely motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
That really, if he was a woman, would have just been a Becky. He just would have been a Becky. He just would have got him a black dude to fuck the shit out of him and change his hair color, and probably would have turned into an activist.
But where does the eating come in?
Because he was alone. So his separation anxiety, his separation problem was, I have to ingest you so you stay with me. That's why he always needed somebody to sit next to him to watch the fucked up Exorcist 3 movie and shit. Like, shout out to Mr. Brown. I knew all this in high school. He quizzed us. We had to pass tests on serial killers in high school. Criminal justice class was different. I learned about Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, Zodiac Killer, and the Mothman. Like, none of this shit is whatever. I watched the first episode and was like, yeah, I remember that nigga. Like,
so, let me ask you this.
What's up?
So there's a formula.
Let's do. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the what if button.
Okay.
Hold on. What if Jeffrey Dahmer would have met Yeezy? What if? How you feel like that relationship would have went?
I think Kanye trying to understand it just because he likes to go against the grain. Kanye loves to go against the grain.
Kanye wouldn't end up in some dick pops?
No, he definitely would have. He definitely would have. He still would have got He definitely would have. It would have been a yay pop in the guy.
Now, would Jeffrey Dahmer been making fire ass beef for Jay-Z if he'd ate Kanye?
No.
You don't think so?
Hell no. You ate all those people and still couldn't even beat on the wall to do mint condition. Nah, nigga.
That's true. He needed Kanye.
They said he would have ate Yee with some black eyed peas.
Who said that? What in the world? Oh my God. What is going on? Oh. Somebody said, guess who's going to jail tonight? Look, no.
Wow.
Okay, so we got jokes.
Yeah, for sure.
That just the whole conversation has gone far left. Like, I am emotionally disturbed. I think I leave here emotionally disturbed dealing with y'all all the time.
That's what you get here at the the WhoDat podcast. You get a little bit of and you get a little bit. We get some of that too. So.
But I feel like I really do feel like he was just somebody who was so repressed that he felt the urge to, like, if you look at Ed Gein is one of those serial killers that all other serial killers don't even know that they like are patterned after. Ed Gein is the inspiration for Freddy Krueger, Buffalo Bill, and Michael Myers. Like, this dude is a real person that was fucked up. So if you study Ed Gein, you get like the psychology of
we don't want to study Ed Gein.
Well, I had to. I was in high school and he gave me a test on it. All right, so just go with me. I had to do it. Like, I had to pass. I had to pass. We studied Ed Gein. So if you study Ed Gein, you understand what separation anxiety is, and then you understand the spirit of rejection. And if you dealing with somebody who has severe separation anxiety, they'll do anything. Because not only do they need attention, but they need affirmation. They need anybody that needs attention is a hoe. I'm just letting you know. If you come across is a hoe. A hoe is just somebody who needs attention. Like that's a hoe. Like, a hoe is just somebody who needs attention. That's it.
That's the definition of a hoe.
That's the definition of a hoe. If you trying to figure
is that your definition, or is
that wrong?
No, I'm not saying prove you wrong. We asking if that's in the book.
Oh no, it's not in the book.
Okay, that's what you gotta understand.
Okay. Because I was trying to figure out.
That's not in the book. But no, a hoe is just someone who needs attention, who craves and desires attention at any cost. So you never know what to expect with a hoe. You never know what a hoe.
Wait. They asked us, who is our favorite serial killer?
Bro, what the fuck?
They did. Who's our favorite serial killer? B. Michael Smith. He's from T Talks mostly, but he's tuning in with us.
Favorite serial killer. Y'all answer first, cause I know mine.
I don't got one, cause I don't.
I got an answer. My favorite serial killer is the American government. Anyway.
That was hot. That was good. Oh my God. I wasn't ready.
I saw this little TikTok clip, right? And it was like when students give you answers you weren't expecting. And there was a teacher. He was like, "All right, someone named the first black-owned business." And they was like, "Yes, you answered." And they're like, the United States of America. He said, "No, it was."
Ooh,
that was
good. My favorite serial killer is the I don't know his name, but it was the dude in Dallas that shot all the police at the Black Lives Matter thing. I remember that night. I was really excited.
Are you talking about the little white boy?
No, it was a black dude that was from the military that was a sniper.
Oh, okay. But he said he didn't do it. He said he didn't do it. He said the snipers did it. He said he didn't do that.
Oh, well, that's beautiful. I don't know though, but if he did do it, that's my guy. Fucking guy.
That's wrong.
I guess somebody got to take the fall. You know,
somebody.
Yeah, they blame him.
DC Sniper is technically.
Kanye talked about that too.
Yeah.
He said that Jewish people be in control of those shootings.
I don't know.
I know that's the one I was like, you're gonna fucking. Alex Jones got to pay $1 billion for saying
Hannibal,
that the
like,
shooting was
favor
fake.
things.
Alex Jones has to pay $950 million to the Sandy Hook families.
You're lying.
$950 million to the
For
Sandy Hook
saying that
families.
it wasn't real?
Yeah.
For saying it. For just saying it.
So how about we not say that?
But think about what that is illustrating. That you cannot have an alternative thought. It's not about free thinking and all that fucking shit they try to. That's think tanks. People get together and think of new ways to say creative, cool shit to make that they trying to like disseminate. Like that's why climate change is not global warming anymore. It's just climate change. Fuck all that. So if you have anything that's abstract out of the line, this shows it. He didn't hurt nobody. He didn't shoot nobody. All he said was,
He didn't
I don't
physically hurt nobody.
That's all the fuck you need. What the fuck is law? What is law? What is law? What is the law? How the fuck am I paying $950 million for expressing an opinion?
Okay, which means
shit?
that
It's
you
not
don't
like he
have
put it on
freedom of
YouTube, he put it on
speech.
Facebook,
So
he put it on goddamn Infowars.com. How the fuck can I go to WhoDat.com and say I feel like 9/11 was a goddamn conspiracy and set up?
But we already said that. You know, maybe we said too much. Maybe we just need to stop while we're ahead.
Sue me for $950 million.
Because we don't
Come
have
find
freedom
it.
of speech.
Nigga, come find it. Sue me for $950 million. Shit, we gonna wait on it together.
I got shit to lose. Do not sue me for $950 million.
All this shit to lose. Okay, like don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
We're gonna be some waiting people.
No, after a certain level, they just put you in jail. You can't pay it. They just put you in jail.
Once again,
Financial responsibility. I see it on the app all the time.
come find me.
You're like,
my thing is, where do they get that number from? How do you even? How can you say this guy can pay that?
they can't. But that's just like, see, I think where this like went ahead and went left is when old girl got sued by Cardi B.
Yeah.
And then Cardi was awarded the money. That was the slippery slope.
That set precedent.
For like podcast. Yeah. Now we need to be scared. You can't just say what you want.
Ain't scared of shit. Jeffrey Dahmer was just a wannabe Becky ass nigga. He ain't scared of shit.
Really?
Freemasons is worshiping Lucifer.
Whoa.
I ain't scared of shit.
Wait.
I ain't scared of nothing.
There we go.
You trying to get all the phone calls?
I ain't scared of goddamn shit. What you mean?
You're trying to get us killed.
Anyway, viewers. So yeah, we in the Yeezyverse today. We've been talking about all Yeezy.
He's acting like
recent
Yeezy right
rant.
now.
Let's hear what he had to say. Let me find it. About Kanye and Meek Mill. You know, hold on.
No, Meek Mill and Diddy.
Oh yeah. Meek Mill and Diddy, excuse me.
I don't got no celebrity friends because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address.
Right.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you're going to go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about, you shut the fuck up about Michael.
Right.
I'm Michael now. I don't got no celebrity friends because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is.
All right.
He said, let me say it soft.
Shut the
Let me
fuck up.
about me.
All right. Right.
Because like on some real shit, like, did you ever watch Dick Gregory, Jamie?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you recognize that level of frustration.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm
that
there.
Level of frustration
Listen.
of him saying "shut the fuck up" is coming from a place of I am fighting something you are not.
Yeah, and you'll never understand it.
And you're distracting me.
Hold on, let me jump in.
And you're pissing me off.
Look,
with your tight jeans, okay? Get some other jeans.
So, in the comments, somebody said, "Is Meek Mill still even relevant?" Here's the thing. Here's the thing about beef in the industry, and this is where it gets confusing, and sometimes you have to decipher if it's real or not. Is Meek Mill still relevant? Yes, no, but as long as Kanye keeps talking about Meek Mill and Meek Mill keeps talking about Kanye, they will stay relevant. So you have to use your judgment if this is real or not. Well, I'm gonna lay this out there. So anyway, go ahead, guys. I apologize.
I feel like he's relevant, but just not in a musical space. Meek Mills is more relevant when it comes to a social commentary now. Like if we're trying to talk about Meek Mill's relevancy in music, you can't tell me the last song in the last 3 years of Meek Mill that you just really fuck with.
Meek Mill the rapper or Meek Mill the producer though? There's levels to that too.
I'm saying music period.
Yeah.
His relevancy is if he stopped making music, no one is gonna be like, oh,
man, I miss Meek Mill.
You're right. He's right, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it though. He's gone further than anybody that from Philadelphia has before.
Right.
So it's like, what else is left for you?
Right.
So even if he's not relevant anymore, do you have to be? That's like asking like if Andre 3000 is relevant. It's like it doesn't matter if he is anymore. The nigga's done enough to where he could just walk around for the rest of his life like
with a flute.
Yeah. I'm great already. You know what I mean? But he is relevant with social commentary because his struggle and his journey is more relevant than his music and his entertainment. So when he speaks on things from a social perspective, people listen. Right. When he speaks on things from a musical perspective about contracts and Atlantic trying to separate him from artists and all that shit, is different. Like, don't give a fuck about that. Did you even know what I was talking about?
No.
Exactly.
No, I had no clue.
Exactly. No one gives a fuck. So he's not relevant music wise.
We got some comments here. This is Dick Gregory.
Okay, what's the comment?
Is on another level higher than Yee. And
yes. Read that again.
Dick Gregory is on another level higher than Yee. Then it says Dick Gregory has seen the mountaintop and he was frustrated. That's why he said run.
So wait.
I have nothing to add. You fucking right. R.I.P. to Baba. That's my nigga right there. I love him. I go to sleep listening to Dick Gregory.
You call him Baba?
Yeah, no. Baba means father. Like that's like. It's a term of endearment. So like
he said Dick Gregory said run. Where we gonna run to though?
Anywhere. He said recess is over. Like for years he was saying recess is just about over, but then he switched in 2016. He said recess.
So
is over.
he said to run. Like run. So basically,
get out of the country.
So wait. So basically, what he was saying is that any fight that you have with, like your local government, anything like that, or community is a waste of time. Just get out.
Yes.
Oh man, if I would have known that, I wouldn't have started this shit right here.
This how hard-headed I am. I knew he said that shit before he died and still ran for goddamn city councilman.
What you say, bitch?
I still did the shit. Like, cause I just wanted to try, but no, you run. You got it's at that point now to where ain't nothing about to stop it. What he would always say is, a woman is 9 months pregnant. When that water breaks, that baby is coming. Whether it means death for the mama and the baby. You can get all the armies of the world together, but when a woman's water breaks and nature takes its course, it's gonna happen regardless of if it kills everybody involved. You can't stop what's about to happen. You gotta run.
Now you want to sit over here and be preaching to people and stuff like that.
I'm just saying what Dick Gregory said, but I'm saying though, if you listen to Dick Gregory, And you understand why he was yelling at people all the goddamn time. Like, he was
I get
always
it.
hollering. If you
Because
understand why he
everybody's
was always just fucking mad.
Because you get to the point where you're like, everybody's stupid. Like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. Yeah, you know.
When I met him, it was like a humbling. Like, everybody in this room is dumb. Everybody, like me included, everybody in the room felt and knew that none of us should be talking right now. Like, I jumped up on stage with the nigga.
Yeah, I know. I saw the picture.
You know what I'm saying? I jumped up on stage with him, and even up on stage, I knew, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing out of fucking order.
Right.
Don't do nothing that this nigga don't ask you to do. Don't do shit extra.
So that's who I gotta get to get you act right. I gotta go dig up Dick Gregory.
Bruh, it'll do it. It'll do it.
I'm just gonna use my green screen and hyperimpose Dick Gregory somewhere over here.
If Dick Gregory,
that's what it sounds like.
Down and shut up. I know I would.
Yeah,
that's so funny. So who do you feel like has taken Dick Gregory's place though? Like, who's the next?
Nobody. There's nobody. They have a book called The 1001 Most Important People That Shaped America. This nigga is in the top 100. There's nobody that's gonna replace Dick Gregory. Ever.
Nobody.
Like, period. This nigga was in Chicago with Martin Luther King as they was about to go speak. Martin Luther King turned to him and was like, "Dick, they gonna kill me, huh?" And Dick Gregory in that moment, he was just looked at him. He like, "What do you say to somebody who you know? Yeah, they are."
Yeah.
He like, "Yeah, they gonna kill you, but they trying to kill me too, nigga. So you go out there first."
Right.
Wow. I see you when I see you. You feel me? Like,
yeah. Like, I'm trying to tell you, we was in that room in Nashville. Nobody felt like
somebody said Charleston White.
Shut your ass up.
I mean, why not though? What the face? Like the face. So let me ask a question. Why didn't Dick Gregory ever get killed?
Because he said it multiple times. If you think for 1 second that the God I serve can't handle all these thugs and hoodlums, then I would serve a different God.
Okay, so then let me say this. Like, so if all right, that's all I'm gonna leave it just like that.
Also, Dick Gregory never got specific into which groups of people were doing things. He just said that the people that were in charge were in charge. He said white is not a color, it's an attitude. And if you ain't got billions of dollars in the bank, you can't have the attitude. So it wasn't about race to him. It was about follow the money thing.
Yes.
If you follow the money, then you understand who your oppressor is.
So let me ask you a question. All right. So somebody said Charleston White, right? If okay, no, don't do that. If Charleston is speaking names and confronting people, is it not he taking it to a different level, or like what are we doing?
No.
What do you consider? What is he doing then? What do you consider that then?
Shock jock. He's a shock.
Huh?
Jock. He's a shock jock. He's a social Howard Stern. That's it. He's a shock jock. That's it. That's all. I know he's done stuff legislative wise in the past, but that doesn't refute what you are now. Now that you have a platform, now that you have a spotlight, now that you have influence, and you know you do, the community activist that you were before does not give more precedent than what you are now.
Yeah, we didn't catch Dick Gregory out there pepper spraying David Ruffin.
Even David did.
Charleston White has admitted to raping 2 women.
Ooh, what?
Wait, it went.
It's online. He admitted
to raping who?
To raping 2 women.
What you say, bitch?
He's admitted to it.
Are you sure?
I'm fucking positive. It's online. Google it. Somebody test me. I'm trying to tell you, this dude is just a shock jock. He's only doing things for shock value. Like, no, man, that dude don't even need to have a motherfucking mic. Like, no.
What'd you say? He rapes 2 women?
He admitted to raping 2 women on 2 different occasions. He admitted to it.
We have to fact check that.
It's on camera with him saying it.
I know.
World
that's
Star
fact
Hip Hop.
checking.
Go to World Star right now.
But I be Googling
It got
stuff,
posted
so
yesterday. Go to World Star. It got posted.
World Star?
World Star.
It got posted yesterday?
World Star and CNN is where I go every day. Go to worldstarhiphop.com and it's on there right now.
Okay. Oh, wow. It says...
What that say, Pop?
Wait. Here
What
we
it say,
go.
Pop? Who is it, Pop?
Turn it up a little bit over
Let's
there
turn it up.
for Jamie.
Them niggas still wanna fuck you. You still a white boy, and boy, ain't nothing like a white boy's booty in jail.
You gotta turn it up.
Boy, we'll rape your mama. Nigga, we'll rape your sister. Nigga, we'll do you bad, white boy. I got a nigga wanna fuck you just cause you white boy. I got a nigga fuck you just cause you a white boy. I ain't bullshit. I killed me a white man. We stood over and watched that bitch die. We say, I don't know nothing about killing no nigga white boy. Well, you got your nigga say we rape white girls and everything coming up. I done been all up in Florida. We go rape your sister, white boy, some kind of way. Yeah, and you got a sister. Man, when I go tell them niggas, but he don't want to be my cellmate. I want to report a crime. Yes, ma'am, I want to report a crime. Somebody pointed a gun at me through the internet screen. Broward County Crime Stoppers. Were you police for real? Yeah, nigga. You a white boy. I don't give a damn about being the police. Yeah, I want to lock people up. Call the police on a nigga or a black person. I damn sure put the police on you. So this is an honor. This is an honor to call the police on you, P&O, in front of the world. The white boy would do my people like this, so I'm gonna do you the same way. Me and you have not committed a crime together. This is called telling, reporting a crime. And I found a video of you holding a gun, brandishing a gun in public in Broward County. So yeah, them people need to know about it.
Something else now.
Okay, so
and that's not even the video. That's on YouTube. You're the World Star. It's a whole other one.
So is he admitting, threatening? I thought
Admitting.
he was.
We on YouTube, worldstarhiphop.com, and scroll down. He's on there, and then his friend come while he on live, and he tell his friend how he telling the people on live how he raped a white woman. This nigga is not a good person. He's not a good person. He's not a good person. He's not like Dick Gregory at all. Let's not even put him in a conversation at all, ever again. Let's not do that.
Okay, so what? Okay, so because he raped. Now hold on, I want to like, because we was talking about this earlier.
I understand.
In his past, he raped somebody. He admitted to it. He ain't did it since, right?
We don't know. He looks very zealous about doing it. He looks like he has no qualms with doing it again. He brags about it. I know if I shoot a nigga and I brag about shooting a nigga, that means I'll shoot another nigga.
All right. All right. I just think it's so funny that be like different like videos be resurfacing when certain people to get to a certain level. Like I think that it always just seems to happen to us though. Like,
well, the internet never forgets.
Nothing.
Well, I know that, but it just, it's always us. Like, it's the kind of like we don't live life thinking about what's going to happen in the future. And so we incriminate ourselves sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but that's the internet though. Like, people feel like because it's removed from their life, right there, boom, bow.
That's the one we just watched, wasn't it?
Nope, that nigga got on a whole different shirt.
Okay, hold on.
Now he playing detective.
You're goddamn right.
You got to turn it up.
Goddamn right. What's been going on, man? Oh, man, nothing. Sitting here talking to these people, telling them about when I raped this one girl one time. Bitch come home with me, let me eat on her pussy. We worked together. She was allowed to me. She let me. She let me eat on her pussy. And then when I get ready to stick it in, she say no. So I took it. You did the right thing. That's what I told them. I did the right thing.
You did the right thing. Y'all hearing this?
I'm verbally abused women. And I'm mentally abusive, and I do some psychological abuse. It all warrants what the bitch do. I'm a man that strongly believe that some women need their ass whooping, they pussy too. So I advocate rape too for some people. Some bitches need a good raping. So you get your motherfucking ass out of here, bitch, if you got a problem with what I say. I don't believe women shouldn't be beat. I think it's okay to whoop a hoe. You can't tell no man.
All right.
How long ago? What? What? You standing right there? Right there. What was that?
Oh man.
Look,
people want to call in now. They want to call in.
They want to call
Where?
in.
Yeah, you want to call in now. Yeah, you want to call in.
Who? What they got to say? This is. So here's mine.
They can call my phone. You want me to get my number?
Nah,
Are they able to call in?
They can call me.
We ain't doing calling.
Okay. Look.
So
I don't care how I feel about anything. Rape will never, ever be a permissible thing.
So here's what I got though. He said that he was already doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, no, to the other part. Right. And he was like, well, shit, I'm going to just take it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. But they were already engaged in something though, right?
Yeah. He was eating a pussy, which means he got finessed out that mouth, which happens.
Yeah, it does happen to the best of us.
And then instead of him goddamn taking his lick and not fucking with her no goddamn more, he decided he was just gonna take it. Instead of him staying down there eating a pussy and jacking off and raising up and being able to keep his manhood and his honor and his nobility, he stood up and decided he was gonna do that. And then what makes it worse is he recounted it later on and had another friend affirm that he did the right thing. The right thing? How the fuck you do the right thing?
I didn't. I heard that part, but I just.
Don't make no goddamn sense. Like, no, we can't. Don't bring this nigga up no more. Like, I don't care what he do. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if he go and get all the niggas released from jail. I don't give a goddamn piece of shit at all. Like, you will never raping a woman in any form and then bragging about it. I don't give a fuck about you. Fuck your family. Fuck your bloodline. Fuck you. Like,
what if he apologizes though?
I don't give a goddamn fuck because
you gotta do the Christian thing here now, Brandon.
You're not being holy right now, and I'm just trying to understand where it left at.
Fuck that. That nigga's not apologetic. That motherfucker bragging about it. That motherfucker bragging about it and getting his friend to confirm that he right. That's what makes this world a fucked up place. You get out here and you do fucked up shit in the light. They used to do fucked up shit in the dark and shut the fuck up. Now they do fucked up shit in the light and they brag about it and they get other fucked up people to make them feel like they ain't fucked up. Hey. No, nigga, you fucked up. Hey. You sick. Hey. Like, period. Hey. Like, nah, man, we gotta stop goddamn giving these motherfuckers some lackluster goddamn reactions. Give them a real reaction. Fuck that shit. You a fucked up ass person. How the fuck you gonna brag about raping somebody and then say you advocate for beating people sometimes, or sometimes a woman need her pussy took? And a woman don't need her goddamn pussy took. She need a nigga to goddamn respect her and leave her the fuck alone. If all y'all thirsty ass goddamn niggas you wouldn't think you had to rape somebody to get some pussy. You know how many women out here? It's 3 to every one of us.
You done got real mad. Like, what happened?
We can't bring this bitch ass nigga up. How the fuck we gonna bring it, man? This dude is one of the most epitome of a bitch ass niggas we have as an example in society today. Fuck that. He like to tell on his own brother. He like to rape women, and he feel like anything he do, he don't have to take account for it because he can goddamn, when I ain't do good stuff sometimes. Man, nigga, fuck you.
Oh. So what is the appropriate way? All right, so what is the appropriate way to conduct yourself when you are an activist or a truth teller, or what do you feel brings honor to the individual, to the man that's doing it, to the person that's doing it?
Conduct yourself the way you want the people you are opposing and speaking out on, how you want them to conduct themselves towards you. It's the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. So you can't be an activist. To be active in your community means that you are participating in solving the problem. So you have to conduct yourself as someone who is trying to solve the problem. You know what I mean?
No matter what.
No matter fucking what. Like, no matter what. If you feel like the problem is a desensitization of our culture and our society of people not being able to understand like what is real. Like he speaks about how rappers talk about killing, but then if he talks about it, it's a double standard. Yeah, I hear you, but you don't conduct yourself and your walk as somebody who believes that wholeheartedly. You conduct yourself as somebody who only uses that to get yourself out of shit. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. That's the difference. If you conduct yourself as somebody who wholeheartedly walks that walk that you talking, then you're not gonna have these crazy ass instances that.
Well, what about Dr. Umar? What you think about Dr.
I was just thinking about him because I knew you was gonna bring him up, and it's a completely different thing, and I'm glad you did. Let's break it down. Dr. Umar walks the walk that he talks. Now, so if you see him in a mall talking to someone or talking to a woman, that don't mean that he has had relations with that woman. That don't mean he's married that woman. That don't mean he about to build with that woman. That don't mean that he even bring that woman into his household. It's just because you see somebody talking to them doesn't mean there was any disrespect, there was any romance, there was nothing there. We can't imply nothing from that. So the evidence of productivity that we've seen from Dr. Umar shows that he's walking what he talks. The evidence of what we've seen from Charleston White shows that he don't walk that shit he talk. He only talk it when it's convenient for him.
Okay. So if we had to pick from the two, we would pick
Dr.
Umar.
Umar all goddamn day. He trying to build a school. Charleston White ain't trying to build shit. He trying to build an attachment to his house with this money he getting from views on YouTube.
Let go.
Fuck Charleston White.
Wow.
That was I mean, I just
See, Jamie,
Who else?
you sent
Who
him down
else?
the rabbit hole. But what
I
you
did,
wasn't
and then
ready
I had
for was how far we was gonna go down that rabbit hole. With Brandon, sometimes you gotta consider the doors you're opening before you open them bitches. You know what I mean?
I think that I just do that naturally. I think that I take people down the rabbit hole. Even when I was on that panel, there was a dude next to me, and I was taking him down the rabbit hole. And then he was like, "Stop doing it! Like, stop, stop taking me there." I'm sorry. I was just trying to get an understanding of like what is the criteria.
I respect that because we need a criteria. We need a code of conduct out here because there's no respect, and with lack of respect, there's lack of loyalty. With lack of loyalty, there's lack of honor. With lack of honor, everything is out the window. So we need a code of conduct. We need a criteria for boundaries of what manhood is and how you're supposed to conduct yourself, your goddamn self, and then how you're supposed to conduct yourself with your fellow man, how you're supposed to conduct yourself when it comes to women. Like, we need that. That's called a rite of passage. Other cultures have that before they send you out into the world, but we don't. So now anybody can just express they fucked up ass views, and anybody that thinks that they agree with it can just be like, yup, that's what I think too. No, nigga, both of y'all sick, and I just want to let you know that. Like, both of y'all fucked up. Just because you agree with a fucked up ass thought over here don't mean you less fucked up. It just mean you found a comrade in your fucked up boat. That's all. Y'all niggas still sinking.
You know what? Are you okay?
I'm fine because I understand the problem with this.
I'm gonna need you to stop gaslighting this nigga right now, please. Okay.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, come on now. I just need you. We were supposed to talk about the Yeezyverse, and now we're talking about some Dr. Umar versus Dick Gregory versus Charleston White versus DC Sniper.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Done.
See?
Lord have mercy.
Okay.
You get some good clips off of that.
Oh,
Like
we
all of that.
got people that's trying to book to come on the show.
Man, come in.
See, like they ready to come on. Look, you see all the energy. You see that? You see what gaslighting?
A lot. I'm exhausted. I ain't said shit. I'm just like, nap time. It's nap time now. Okay? Yeah.
Yo, y'all can definitely come on the show, but I'm trying to let you know I know what I'm talking about.
He's like,
There's a whole lot of. This is a woke Super Smash Brothers Battle Royale that I'm just not. I'm not ready for you.
It's not even about being woke, bro. My favorite thing in the world is evidence. You ain't got to be smart to see evidence and understand it.
They said, what is the rite of passage?
Ooh, see, now we're getting deep. See how this happens? You know what I'm saying? You see what gaslighting do?
Would you
See
like
what I'm
me to
saying?
keep
But
going?
I'm saying, look, I'm on.
What you want me to do? You want me to keep going?
Take a nap.
No, I want him to answer. What does he think the rite of passage is?
Me? Why do y'all always come to me
don't
shit.
do that.
Y'all come to me. Hold on. Let me. See, that's number one.
They say they never gave you niggas money.
So number one, y'all come to me with these woke ass questions. I'm not a woke ass nigga. What is rite of passage? Get a job, take care of your kids, be successful. That's not what y'all are looking for. Y'all looking for some black approval shit. You know what makes me approve of a black man? When he's taking care of his shit and he's independent.
Well, there you go.
You know, all this.
I mean, it's different for everybody. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I'm just trying to get your perspective.
I don't have a rite of passage to being black. Your ass was born black. There you go. You're black. Now just stick to it. You know.
Okay.
I know that's the way y'all feel. Okay. No,
but it's not a right.
Wait. Hold on.
Next, say something while I'm talking.
Okay, it's about if you're independent, nobody can control you. Nobody can tell you when you can get your food. Nobody can tell you where you can take your family. Nobody can tell you what you can do because you can do it yourself. You can make your own choices to do that shit. And all this other bullshit and stuff, that's entertainment. It's entertainment for your mind, in my opinion.
Okay. See, now we got to understand it. He went deep right there. And I felt and I understood that. If you are independent, can't nobody tell you what to do. And the whole point is to what? Be independent so that you can run you and your family. Okay, but he got something to say. Brandon got something to say.
Go ahead.
And he look at his face. It's like, he's like.
But I feel like when they asked about rite of passage, they weren't talking about a black thing. They were talking about like a manhood type of thing.
Oh, well, that is a rite of passage. That is a rite of passage for a human being.
Well, can I say this? Well, on the panel, I actually said that one problem that I do see in our community is that black men do not have real good role models. Like, you don't have somebody to look to and be like, okay, he's a really good dad. Like, it's rare. To me, it's rare. And I'm just not saying I'm just saying if we look at the way that our kids are, especially our black boys. Yes, come on, be real. Stop playing. Majority of them is not straight, and they out here playing.
That's due to lack of fathers in the home too, though.
Yes, right. So what I'm saying, there's a lack of fathers. There may be some role models, like a handful in a community, but not the way that it used to be. And I'm just to be telling the truth.
When?
You don't want.
When you say used to be, when?
Oh, this would be like 1950s, 1960s. It's been that long. It's been that long.
I feel you.
They said Farrakhan said the same thing. All these gangsters in the hood, where you at when it's time to fight for each other?
Right. I'm just saying, like, there needs to be a brotherhood movement, but different. Like, where there is a standard, like, set on how men are going to conduct themselves and how they're going to pass that along to other young men. Because young men out here are thirsty for knowledge, but they're getting it from everybody else but other men doing it. Like, because the other men that are really doing it, like, y'all work, y'all got kids, you do all that, but you so busy, it's hard for you to mentor anybody.
Right. So here's the thing too, though. It doesn't go with the narrative, and what I'm gonna say about it not going with the narrative is we're talking about men being men and setting examples for other men, but the narrative in society right now is to get rid of gender roles.
Right.
So how is
but
that
gender
work
roles
out?
are important. Well, I don't care how that works out. I know that in our community, we need to start setting our own standards, because if we go by what the world says, we're doomed, because we've been doomed. We are doomed. We are the prototype of what doomed looks like right now. We don't got no good marriages. We don't got no whole families. Like we are the example of doomed. And anytime something trends, it starts with us. We are the trendsetters. They use us every time.
You're quiet, Brandon. What you got?
Because it's the truth.
Say what you got.
What's on your mind?
Get him. Hold on. Say what you want to say. Oh, wait, we need one more. Go ahead.
4.
The rite of passage is something that is done in different cultures. Right around the age when you're gonna come into your own, when you have your own thoughts about the world and everything. And we did used to have that. We used to have the rite of passage that was conducted at a certain age, and we would have ceremonies as a people to let that person know, that you are a man, that the expectations that we have of you and your community are different. Nowadays, that rite of passage that we conducted is called a bar mitzvah. But in other cultures, that is still a thing. In the Japanese culture, that's still a thing. In the Native American culture, that's still a thing. When a man comes to a certain age, when now he can decide and he can explain himself to you, you start to expect different things from him. And that rite of passage is just a manhood thing. It doesn't matter about your race. Your culture and your traditions and your ethics, of course, will be a little bit different. But at a certain age, around 13, 14 years old, sometimes 12, they put you through training. They put you through an enlistment of your body, of your mind. Even with the Spartans, if you watch 300 and everything, they take the boys away and cultivate them to become men. The word husband means to be a farmer. To be a farmer means you have to cultivate and nourish what you have planted, which means your seed. So that son being the first harvest of your seed, you have to take him away to cultivate him and make sure that he grows to be a prosperous and fruitful person. You know what I mean? And that rite of passage is just the men of a certain community taking the responsibility and being accountable for the result of our next generation. And so when we talk about that we don't have any examples out there, I am the prototype for all the at-risk shit that everybody has ever said. Like all that we don't have men out here, single mother household, we ain't got like I grew up as a single child with no siblings, no dad, no uncles, no cousins. It's just me. Just me. It was a black woman and a black male that she was raising. And I still had, from my black male teachers, from the people I bumped into, like regardless, there are people out there in this world in abundance, I will say, that will take on the responsibility of doing things. So like when you said that we haven't been doing, been the same since like the 50s and 60s, we have to remember that in 1995, we had the Million Man March. The Million Man March was about a day of atonement. Atonement for our actions by being more men and more responsible. And then those men, which was 1 million plus, went back into the whole entire nation as changed people. So my uncle, who's not my dad, who ain't really just been around my whole life, he went to the Million Man March. So when they come back, I had 3 prominent men in my life that went to the Million Man March and felt a sense of responsibility and accountability for the next generation, that saw that I was the only child. And the reason I went to college was because of OG blood told me to. Like, so I know what the narrative is.
So you don't want to discredit where the knowledge comes from. It's just
I understand the realities of what most of us are thinking. I understand. All right, we got gangs and we got killing and we got all this, and it looks disorganized and chaotic. But that's because we don't have that structure base there. But even in the midst of that chaos, my personal experience is different from my knowledge of what we dealing with as a people. You know what I'm saying? Or even as just as a whole nation, as the United States.
Right, but that's just your personal experience.
Yes, and I know that it's not the same as everybody, but I do want to put out there that there are people that aren't part of the Boys and Girls Club, that aren't in a group that no, for real, because down here in Columbia, all we got is the Boys.
I'm only laughing because why do you have to pick them?
Because
like I'm arguing with that situation
that's
right now.
The only thing
that's
we
a
have
true
here.
thing.
We don't have nothing else here. We have the Boys and Girls Club, and that's it. So, but there's people out there that aren't part of that. I made it through 7th grade because the janitors taught me in the hallway. Like, there's just people out there that just will take you under their wing because they feel a responsibility to someone who needs it. And I was the ultimate child of who needed it. You know what I mean? So it may look like, oh, we ain't got this, we ain't got that. No, we got it. We're just listening to the wrong people. We listen to people to be our leaders that are telling us they so dope to our people. We listen to people to be our leaders that are telling us that they rape women. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're looking at the wrong people to be the example. When I'm telling you there are average, everyday people out here that were my example that got me through life. Like, I could use every excuse that I wanted to, but I know what a man is. I know what a father is. I know how a boy should be raised. I know that.
So is that
how do I know? I'm an only child with no father. I should be out here in a gang killing somebody, and I could use any excuse in the book to do it. But because
so were your
random
examples
dudes that I can't remember their name came in and was just like, hey, little nigga, OG Blood. I went to meet him so I could join the Bloods. Cause I didn't want to be like nobody else. I was gonna be a blood because everybody down here is Crips and all that. I want to be a blood. When he met me, he heard me do a poem and he told me, "Hey, man, go to college, bro. Your mama gonna love it." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of shit. Like, yeah, I know the way we might think, and we need a rite of passage. We need a code of conduct. But if we just look at those people that we walk past, those are the leaders. Mr. Garland Brown, my criminal justice teacher, that's the leader. We don't need to know what Ja Rule thinks. Nope. We don't need to know what Young Thug feels.
Right, what is it? Now we're gonna get a news report from Ja. Ja, tell us how you feel about this.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't need that. There's average, everyday people out here doing the good work. And I'm a product of that. I'm 30 years old, and I'm more of a man than friends of mine that had every man in their life.
So, okay.
Got you. Okay. Go ahead.
Do you feel like that goes against Dick Gregory saying we should just run and maybe we should embrace the community more as men?
No, he's saying get the fuck out of this place.
Okay.
He's saying get out of the place that is a detriment to you being able to embrace your community. Get out of the place that is actively fighting your embracing.
I understand
we would have
that.
been embraced our community. We would not have differentiated from how we were doing in the 50s and the 60s if the place we were in did not kill those leaders.
Right. Okay.
So leave the place so then now you can have those leaders come to place and come up and speak out and try to be, the example without dying.
But
you
how
hear those voices on a big scale.
How realistic is that?
It's very realistic.
On a mass scale?
On a mass scale. It happens all the time. All the time. In Mexico a couple years ago, when they was worried about the people walking up here to the border, it was thousands of people that just decided they were going to walk hundreds of miles to a better place. It happens all the time. We just have Stockholm syndrome and we stuck here.
Okay.
We got to get the fuck out. If you leave the place that is your detriment, you will be prosperous. Mm-hmm. Living in America causes racial stress. Yeah. Racial stress is more detrimental to you than high blood pressure. So you can't fix your high blood pressure if you still are dealing with the stress of racism. This is documented. Mm-hmm. So if you leave and go somewhere the fuck else, you can fix what's wrong with you.
So let me say this then. Okay, with that thought, they walked from Mexico. They walked to the border, right? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like? I mean, I don't want to say it's apples to oranges because it's not, but we can't walk to Africa.
Ghana.
We can't walk.
Why you had to? Okay,
we can't walk to
You're talking
Africa.
about me, and then you just did what I did earlier.
The country of Ghana, which is the first country you come to on the west coast of Africa, which is the very first country you come to when you cross the Atlantic Ocean. The country of Ghana is begging black people to move back.
But are they paying for the travel?
They won't pay for
We just want to know where the boat is that's going to take us for free.
The country of Ghana is paying for houses for people.
Okay.
But I want a boat. I need the boat to get there.
When they walked in Mexico, they walked to the border. There was no
trying to get us
$2,000 or $3,000 plane ticket to get there.
Well, now we just splitting hairs on what level of sacrifice you want.
No.
Are you willing to sacrifice your feet and your child being hungry? Or are you willing to sacrifice $3,000?
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
That's the difference.
Are you willing to sacrifice being in the heat, starving, not having water when you want it, and walking for thousands of miles.
Sure.
I think I'll just go to Belize.
$3,000.
I'm pretty sure they passed some places along the way. If you get into the border,
but even if you did, bro, walking thousands of miles, bro, is not a easy. Lance Armstrong can't do that shit.
I know.
You have that's desperation. So how desperate are you? Are you desperate enough to give your last to go somewhere? That's
how did that work out? Did they get?
Yes, they got in.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just asking.
If we do what other people are doing, we will have different results.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! It's right there. Like that's what I'm like. That's why Dick Gregory got frustrated. That's why Kanye's frustrated. That's why I get frustrated. The blueprint of what we are searching for is already in front of us. We're just arguing over who we gonna listen to.
Oh no, I ain't arguing with nobody. I'm gonna just do.
No, but I'm saying as a whole culture.
Oh, you're talking about like because we always have to have a leader. We do. I mean, people gotta have a leader.
Yeah,
like it's
we trying to figure out how we gonna do it, but ain't nobody mentioned the fact that we already have Powernomics that was made by Boyce Watkins. We already have power economics. We have books on how we can do it. We already have the Nation of Islam to see how we can be independent. When you talk about being independent, right. Growing your own food, having your own news source, all of that, we already have every blueprint we need. So if we really want to change some shit, it's nothing but how much are you willing to sacrifice? So how desperate are you? Like, how desperate are you? If you're not desperate enough to leave the situation that you in and understand that this is not going to get better because we have 400 years of evidence, then you gonna just be where you at. And I understand that because you like to go out and get, pigs in a blanket. It's nice to have bacon.
I don't really like pigs in a blanket.
But I'm saying,
I
you like to go have these things that make it comfort. You know what I'm saying?
Lost me.
The conveniences, like you like the conveniences,
like the comforts of life. Right. You're willing to weigh that on the scales. You know what I mean? Am I willing to deal with the bullshit over here because I can have the amenities of this? And when you get to the point where you realize past just yourself, the progress of your people, like when we did the whole study on culture,
right?
If you want to fix culture, the progress of your people has to be bigger than the progress of you. And when you get to the point of that, you will realize that where you are is a detriment to the progress of your people.
Right.
And that's when you realize, oh, I gotta leave. I gotta be in a different situation so then I can get different results from the next generation.
Right.
But regardless, even if you don't want to do that, do a rites of passage so then at least the next generation has a direction. They have a code of conduct. They have an out of bounds. There's no out of bounds. So that's why you can have people that are extremely mad at Ye, and you have people that extremely agree with Charleston White. And you have people that support Farrakhan, and you have people that are against them. Like, you know what I mean? Anybody can be anything. Right. We're the only culture that lets that fucking happen. No other culture fucking just lets you just choose what the fuck. What happens when you let your kid decide what they want to eat? They pick candy. You know what I mean? You can't just let motherfuckers pick some shit. You can't just let the frontal lobe is not hardened. Like their frontal lobe hasn't hardened. Their third eye is calcified. Like they haven't gone through the process of life, and we waiting on them to choose what they want. Right. The fuck why? You let them choose what they want. They gonna change genders. They gonna not get a job. You know what I mean? Like no, you gotta set them in a course, in a direction, and that is a rite of passage. That when
we have really upset Brandon tonight. He is so frustrated.
He on that wine. He on that wine. He on that wine. He on that wine, y'all.
It ain't even about the wine.
The wine.
Out of mercy.
The wine.
He just like, listen, if we just don't get up out of here because y'all not listening.
Charleston White comment about Dick Gregory.
Royce.
We have a new Dick Gregory.
Royce, do you see what you did?
Royce said you ladies. I don't know why
he
didn't mean to.
Now my whole forehead up here, it just hurts. It just hurts, yo.
I be trying to be cool. I be trying to be cool.
We bring it in 2 weeks. I extend this to Royce. In 2 weeks, you can come on. We got somebody booked next week. 2 weeks, you can come on and.
Royce, did you hear that? Because you're gonna have to like explain.
Oh, and then I'm on my head.
How many times have I said I got a shovel in my pocket? How many times have I said I got a shovel in my pocket?
I don't know, bro. My head.
Like I can go deep at any time.
Oh yeah, the rabbit hole.
I was gonna be cool. I was gonna be cool. I was gonna be cool. Y'all saw me take the breath before I started.
I'm not hugging this
I
nigga
paced
right
it out.
now. He got my head hurt.
I paced it out. Y'all saw me take my breath before I started. I thought about this. I didn't want to go like this. Hey, man.
I just want to get on here and talk about cool shit. Y'all
I'm so sorry, bro. I want to talk about Ye.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Stop lying.
I wasn't worried about the comments. You read the comments.
Stop lying to our viewers, Brandon. Please stop lying. Why you gotta lie like that? Why you gotta lie? God dang. I
don't know what happened.
I just want to let y'all know these are the thoughts that's always in my head that I refuse to say out loud. So you see how his head,
I just can't
even
look.
Rub his head. You see how he gotta rub his head. That's how I feel 24/7.
I just can't even be. I can't even just be happy in my own life and success. Now I got to judge how I'm doing for my whole people.
Yes.
These niggas that ain't doing shit for me,
Exactly.
like they ain't helping
Yes.
nothing.
You are only as good as the
Niggas
least.
throw me to the wolves all the time, and now I got to judge my success on what I did for everybody.
For my people, yes, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
No.
Why would you get blessings if you were not meant to bless?
Dude, I'm shit. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. You gonna have me acting like Charleston White up in here? These niggas. I got to judge everything on the community. I feel like I get back to the community as much as I can, but I've learned to draw a line where just too much is too much. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like giving back was doing the show, giving a blueprint of things we need to change in our community.
It was.
And they ain't gonna listen because there ain't no weed and pussy and freestyling on my podcast. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, bust a freestyle real quick. Let's see if this viewership go up. Go, you ready?
Yeah, give me a word.
Yeah, word. The word is genocide.
Oh my goodness, really? So you hold on, back up.
We about to change the tide. Don't forgive me if you die. They committing genocide, but we let these niggas ride. We about to change the tide. Don't forgive me if you ride. We about to throw the purge. I done felt a deep urge. I done came with a surge. About to make these niggas hurt. All right.
That's all you got? That's it?
Yeah, because he just said that we about to revolt. That's what he said. He said tear some shit up.
So, yeah. Y'all do this thing to my head, right? And,
bro, I was trying to be cool. You read the comments.
I did.
We was fine. You read the comments.
The viewership went up 2 viewers on that little 16 bar. No, little 8 bars you dropped. See, that's what they want. If you'd have fired a blunt up, we'd have been at 100 viewers right now. So, we can't do informative. It's just, they don't want to hear that. They want to,
They want a show.
They want a show.
And that's the thing. I be trying to give a show. But then we start, Jamie be asking
Wait.
She asked these deep ass questions.
We went to woke and then went back down. Already.
We lost 3 people. Fuck.
We lost 3 people.
Genocide. We gonna let these niggas ride. I'm about to die. You gonna see me getting high. Yeah. We getting high, bitch. And we super fly, bitch. And I'm fucking nine. Hey, viewership is up.
There you go. Hey. Tap dance, niggas. Tap dance, niggas. Tap dance, niggas.
They say Lord gave you niggas money.
Get that viewership up, damn it.
Y'all niggas ain't shit.
No. Look, it's up. It's up.
The fact that he's proving himself right.
I'm not wrong. I'm just not politically correct, okay? Like, it's not wrong.
The viewership goes up every time.
I see. Come on, I need you to spit them bars, nigga. Where my whip at?
All the bars.
Them bars, nigga.
Legitimate tears right now.
Damn. God damn.
Yeah.
Why y'all only tune in for that, man?
See,
okay.
see
it's
that.
cool. It's cool. I gotta rhyme everything.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Damn.
So next week, let me make sure I get his name.
Next week we got Men in Suits.
Yeah, we do got that.
Boom! Shout out to Jamie for the great segue. Next week we got Man in Suits 2022 downtown Columbia. What you want to do? Bitch, we coming through. I'm bringing more than a few. We decked out in some suits and we brought some boots, suited and booted. Suited and booted.
We're up 2 people.
We went up 2 people. Y'all terrible, yo.
I'm fucking terrible.
But we mean that Big Shakes at 1 p.m. It's gonna be from 1 to 4. So from 1 till 2:30, 2:45, we're gonna be downtown taking pictures. The photographers, Nisa with Today Photography and Jay Lee with Juke Lee Photography.
Yep.
They're gonna be taking photos, putting people in groups and everything.
And Jasmine.
And Jasmine's gonna be the creative director, yes, and she's gonna be coordinating, doing her model thing. And at about 2:45, we're gonna transition over to the cigar lounge.
Yes.
And the cigar lounge is going to have us all the way set up. We're gonna be smoking cigars. We're gonna be having some drinks. We're gonna sit down on some nice leather, and we're gonna do a whole other portion of the photo shoot, and that's just for the adults. That's just for the grown men that are coming. So you'll bring your kids or your cousins or nephews or anything like that from 1 to definitely about 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? 2:45, 3 o'clock at the very, very, very latest. We're gonna be downtown. But at the very latest, you need to have somebody come pick them up or take them home or something like that, because we're gonna be in a cigar lounge. There's gonna be smoke, and I just don't want the kids being around the smoke. That's pretty much it. There's no other reason that I could think of, but they just don't need to be around that type of smoke. It's a cigar lounge. So from the time we get to the cigar lounge, shout out to Battleground South, downtown Columbia, right down the street from the fire station. Make sure y'all go check them out. I go for my birthday. I go for special occasions. I love that cigar lounge. So it really makes me feel good that we can go there, because we didn't win a few times.
Right.
But it makes me feel
we
good.
go on the leisure.
Yeah, for leisure. But now we get to bring some new patrons. We get to expose some new people to it. So Battleground South, thank you very much for having us. And we're gonna do a whole second portion of the shoot there. And we might have, some spoken word artists, that type of thing, that's gonna be able to recite some beautiful poetry for us while we're in there. So it'll be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be wonderful. I hope that everybody can come out. I really just want us to make a memory. I don't really have any agenda, you know what I'm saying, like anything I want to do with the photos as of right now. So anybody that's open to like suggestions, if you would like.
No, we're doing a calendar. I thought we were doing a calendar.
We're doing a calendar, but I'm saying like, on a big, like, I'm not doing an art exhibit. I'm not doing an art exhibit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna hang the pictures.
Hello,
of, like, the
Crystal.
and stuff like that. Like, so you would like to
for a second.
Yeah.
Everybody that's watching the podcast, I just got a message. If you want to interact with the podcast, you need to subscribe to the WhoDat podcast page and watch on the actual WhoDat podcast page. If you're watching on T-Talks or on any of the many pages that shares and syndicates our show, I appreciate that. But if you want to talk to us and interact with the show, you need to come to the official WhoDat podcast page and use that link. I just want to throw that out there real quick.
Go to the WhoDat podcast.
WhoDat.
Next week, real quick, I want to do this before I forget, and I'm about to cover your face, Jamie. I'm sorry. Next week, Jamie's a white man. Just that quick. So next week, we have photographer, author. He does horror photography and a lot of dark stuff as far as on the photography tip. And he's got poet. He's a poet.
Come on,
let's
do some poetry together.
Yeah. But this is Sydney Lofton, and he'll be on here next week joining us. So
Thank you, Sydney,
tune
for
in
coming.
to that. Tune in. So, but yeah, that's it. Jamie's back.
Make sure y'all tune in next week though, because he's a very interesting person, And when we started this podcast, it was about talking to interesting people that have interesting walks of life. And he definitely fits into those categories. So it's gonna be a really good talk. And I know that when we start talking about photography and everything, it's a great episode. So y'all make sure y'all tune in for that one for real.
Right.
For real.
Yeah, Crystal. We know it pops up on T Talks. You know that's our sister podcast, and
shout out to T Talks.
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
and their stuff pops up on ours too. So it's kind of missed on both ends. We let the viewers watch. It's something just to keep people. If it ain't Tuesday, it's on Sunday. If it ain't Sunday, it's on Tuesday. You get to keep entertained and check out and see what's going on in our little community in the in the WhoDat universe here. So thank you for being a believer, though. I appreciate that. To the believers, to the believers. So, yeah. You want to lead us out? You got anything you want to close with on here?
Jamie, you got anything?
No, I said what I had to say, and you said what you had to say too. Though.
You did. You said it, and he said it. Then you said it. Then he said it. Oh God!
I be trying not to be like as woke, y'all. I be like for real.
No, it's okay. It's really. I mean, it's really good. Yeah, like go.
But no, for real though.
Thank you.
Like,
is it Rakita? Rakita, is that RIKITA? Rakita? Rakita.
I believe too. Shut up, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you. Give this a share. If you like it, give this a share, and
Yeah, all that. Yeah,
all that stuff. Yes, please.
Okay, so next week we have the Man in Suits 2022, which is just a memory. I love to see men of all ages, all sizes coming together, looking our best, so we can be, networking together and just an example to our community of men that are ready to walk and lead and be responsible. So when we were asking earlier about the rites of passage, this is my version of it. So
are you about to go back into this?
Nope.
Yeah, I felt all the
energy.
I wasn't ready for that.
I'm not doing it. I'm just saying. If you asking like in the back of your mind, like, well, you said all this. What are you doing next weekend, bitch? But so make sure you come to the WhoDat podcast. Make sure you come to the page, subscribe, go support, please. We got a Patreon page. We got the merchandise. Make sure you get some merch. Go get you a shirt. Go get you a shower curtain. Go get you some dog tags. Get you a hat. We're about to have the winter line coming out.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's hoodie season. We got to design, season 3 of the hoodies.
We got a bunch of winter apparel that's about to drop.
We definitely need
and I just want to let y'all know I'm about to start wearing our shit like it's Gucci. That's all you're gonna see me in. Like for real. I'm wearing
branded.
I'm wearing our shit like it's designer. I'm a wear it. I'm gonna promote it like it's designer. The same way people be wearing promoting Louis Vuitton that they don't own and have no stock in. Like nah, I'm about to wear my shit and make it fly as hell. And this is the mothership over here. Like for real. WhoDat?
The link is on the page. It should be a button on the page, on the official page I sent you, Crystal. All you have to do is just go in and click the merch. We don't have the new stuff up just yet.
It'll be up there though. It'll definitely be up there.
Just give us about a week and the new stuff will be up there.
Save that link.
Yeah.
Man, somebody buy a shower curtain. I don't know why it would make
the
me
shower
feel
curtain's
so
not up right now.
It's not?
It's not up right
Did somebody
now.
Get it?
No, the company that prints it stopped printing. I gotta find a new company. Yeah,
Inflation.
COVID.
Inflation like a motherfucker.
So,
COVID and inflation was back to back.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, that's terrible. We need some more PPPs.
Yeah, no, we do not.
No, we need some more of them.
We need not PPPs. What's the shit George Bush put? Stimulus?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need that stimulus money.
The stimulus. Do not put out another PPP. Nothing. Niggas is going to jail. Okay. Do not. Shut the fuck up! Do not put out any more PPP anything.
Out of mercy.
Okay. None of it.
Show was going to jail.
They put the Red Power Ranger in prison. That nigga in prison talking about
he ain't morphing to nothing but somebody's bitch.
It's morphing time. No, nigga.
It's bending time.
It's commissary time. time in the yard. Please stop calling it morphin' time. Okay.
It's morphin' time. That's called dressing out.
Look, they talk about lights out. Ay, ay, ay. You know?
Oh, that was wrong.
No,
it was.
No, we don't need to do none of that no more. Zorda, I turned on the lights. Oh, no, we ain't doing none of that.
All right.
Yo.
Okay, we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. All right, y'all. Go ahead. Hit him with it. Uh-oh. Ooh,
Oh, he got bubble guts.
Ooh.
This nigga fault.
His side hurt.
The ay fucking.
Hey, you know.
Threw me
And
off
it wasn't
too.
even a good. It wasn't a. That
Holy shit.
Alpha 5. Oh, pussy ass. Oh, pussy ass Alpha 5. You got 5 ninjas on your squad talking about, hey, we got giant robots and shit. You know what I mean? Come on now.
We got Megazords and you scared.
You scared. You should have been, oh my God.
What is wrong with y'all?
I don't know. My
What
head
just
hurts.
happened?
It hurts. Brandon made my head hurt earlier. It's awful, y'all.
All right, we gotta go.
Go.
Come on.
Get us out of here, Brandon.
Tune in next week at 6 o'clock or ish. Make sure you just fucking tune in.
Yeah.
It's some other shit. Stay blessed. Don't stress. Life is just a test.
WhoDat.
I think I got it. No, I didn't get it this time.
You're now rocking with DJ.
It's gotta be my imagination. I think it's an innovation. I think it's an innovation. DJ Skinny. They not around. Let's go. Respect the DJ.
Slip and slide DJ.